All right, good night. So, what's going on, brother? All right, so let's get into it because I know a lot of people are going to come in now, and let me just get some light on. Good. So, what's up, Natasha? So, I felt it necessary for us to discuss tonight why most women aren't married and will not get married. So, 10 people already, huh? Okay. So I have written down 12 reasons why women aren't married. But I just thought about a third one. So there's a bonus which I'll put in at the end of all of these. Alright? So, the reason I'm not doing this for men is because it's very simple for men. Men don't get married for only 3 reasons. They choose not to. They are what we call simp, where it means they give women everything they want, or they're insecure. That's it. Alright, that's it. If you were to put a fourth one, it would be because they lack of their purpose, but that really doesn't stop men from getting married. Alright, so if you wanted to in a fourth one, it would be that, but it really doesn't stop men from getting married. So that's it. Just those main 3: insecurity, giving women what they want too often, and simp behavior, or simply decide not to. That's it. Decide not to, behaving like a simp by giving women what they want too often, or insecurity. That's the only real reasons why men will not get married. You see, the reason why it's so little for men is because marriage is not something that men grow up wanting. The only reason most men get married is because that's the only way they'll get the woman that they want and be committed to staying with them. Other than that, if a woman would stay with a man without marriage, most men will not get married. Alright? In fact, the more a man wants to get married is the more he is a simp. Alright? The more alpha a man is the less he really is interested in getting married. Alright? So the more alpha or the more successful a man is the more red pill he gets. So the higher his value is, the less probability he wants to get married, because he's in demand and he has a whole ocean to choose from. Now, the only contributing factor that can change the whole mix of what we're talking about here would be a man based on his spirituality, who is spiritual and has gone through some stuff and is at a point in his life. That's the only dynamics that is going to throw a spin in what I'm talking about with regards to men. And even in that case, in most situations, even with a man who is highly spiritual, he still has a pick. He still can choose. Nothing is wrong with him choosing or selecting who he wants when he wants to, from a spiritual level. All right? So that's talking about men. Let's get into discussing about women. All right? So, now, the problem I have with before I start to talk about women here, the problem I have is that simply women I'm convinced, because of the number of scenarios I have interacted with the number of people over and over various times on things that I would have told them, I would have spoken to about here ad nauseum, and they would have read over and over. I am convinced that women, you guys could look at, I shouldn't say all, but let's go in 90%. I'm if I'm giving an opinion, it will be this percentage rate here. And I'm more right than wrong that you women still will not do what is right for you because you so want to just do what you want and be led by your emotions. You're not understanding and you're not giving logic room in your life, and it's going to hurt you. I'm seeing it, I see it happen over and over in scenarios, over and over. Women will have all the information, but you see that female hypergamy, where every woman wants to feel that she is more valuable than she is going and is hurting women. Women have never been more unhappy than they are right now with regards to life and relationships. And this COVID, which we're getting to see more and more every day, is not going anywhere. It has made it twice, 3, 4, 5 times harder for most women, especially what COVID has done is it has positioned women exactly where they actually are based on a value standpoint towards men. So in other words, there are some women who will not get in a relationship anytime soon despite their best effort, because the market is what actually will determine your value, and the market is ruled based on men and what men say. And so not you. You can feel how nice you want, and women, your friends can tell you look how cute and how pretty what they want. If the market does not think, as Al is saying, that you have anything to offer, you will die alone. I've seen many of you have dogs now. By the way, my video next week Friday is going to be women are like cats and men are like dogs, and I'm going to break it down to show you guys the truth about that. That's why you would never see men talk and ball, where all these things. You always see women with that kind of thing. And well, you've heard women, you women have said over and over, men are like dogs, or dogs. We'll bring that to reality because it is the truth. Alright? So, let's get into it. And you can get buttered all you want. One thing I've always been consistent in doing when I come to talk here live is to tell you the truth. So, yeah, I guess so, Al. And we'll get into that statement because that's a very key statement. Some women, what is the saddest thing though of all, is of these 12 things and adding the 13th, there are women out there who actually fit every single one of these things I'm going to list here on this item. Every one. In other words, they have like 0% chance of why does it upset you all? They have 0% chance of getting with anybody. 0. Because some of you women actually, and when I say what I'm going to list here, wait for it, when I list them here, I want you to pull yourself out of yourself. Try to be as objective as possible. Because most of you are going to say that you are not half of the things that you are here. Alright? Most of you are going to say that you are not half of the things here. But if you're honest with yourself, you are going to write them down. And based on how much of these things I list, and based on how much of these things that you are, this will determine your probability of getting a mate. Okay, and then whatever percentage you get when you look at this, you need to add 20 to 25% to it because of COVID and the probability of you not being able to be fully impartial to yourself. Add 25% to it and you'll get somewhere around a true percentage, negative or positive, of where you fit into the criteria of being able to have a mate and get married. All right? The first thing is women who have children, whether you like it or not. Let me break it down for you guys so that you will know why it's so super important that you don't waste time and that you make sure your body is in impeccable form. I look at so much Animal Planet, I could make analogies of animals to show you guys and link it. When a lion comes into a pride, the first thing he does is kill all the cubs. If you didn't know that, now you know. In other words, he doesn't want to raise or protect or have to feed any other lion's cubs. Oh, I see, I understand now, Al. But Al, trust me, it's better you went through it the hard way because now you know and you learn the true value of most women. And I don't want to just say women, because I have met a few good ones, and it's just a few. The percentage that most books tell you that actually out of good women is 5%. And men, 3%. Alright? So, having a child, let me explain to you women why it's so significant. The most precious thing a woman can give a man is a child. So when a man meets you and you have already given away that most precious thing to someone else, it means therefore that whatever he is going to get from you is now the second best that you can give. Whether you believe it or not, you like it or not, most men will, and I'm talking about the percentage, is about 70 to 75% of men will reject you because of that. Don't get it wrong, a lot of men will sleep with you. A lot of men will date you thinking that they can be with you and reject you over time. Because let me tell you what happens. He sees your value and he analyzes that you have a child. And then over time, just what I said earlier, after sex happens, he realizes that you have no more value to give than sex, which in most cases aren't good at all. Most women think that they're just good in bed. Like you would never hear a woman say that I'm not good in bed. Every woman thinks that they're good in bed. When you hear men talk, you get to realize that that is not true at all. Alright? If you talk about oral sex and you see what some women can do with oral sex and you see what some do and think they're good at it, you realize from oral sex alone. Then there are other things based on how your body look, how your scent of your body parts and stuff like that. And then it comes to the grip and your performance and stuff. It's a combination. Most women aren't good in bed. So when a man realizes that you are not the best in bed, I can cook better than most of the women I know. I'm telling you the truth. I can cook better than most women I know. So if you take somebody like me or a partner of mine and that can actually cook, he's asking himself, what is she bringing? Okay, she's not positive. She can't talk business with me. She is not really educated. What is it that? And so what he realizes afterwards, and if he doesn't think it, this is just how it is, subconsciously. You mad, yes? Subconsciously, he corn pie was the first thing I learned to make, Christine. A opposed to you and you, most of you women who think lasagna is cooking. So he realizes, so wait now, I had to give more than I could get from she. What craziness is this? I had to raise a whole next man child. Why get in return, boy? Nah, that ain't good enough. Especially if and you see what happens with men, when they get to 40, 45 is when their career starts to take off most times. And younger, more vibrant women are coming around them. And so he's with you. And I've told you guys already, a man can take 10, 15 years of your life and still leave you and find a woman as young or younger than you were when you met him. And you are now have 3 children and older, so he can stay for a while and you can think that he's into you. And he loves you and I'm a husband or whatever, and dust you off and they just like that. Done. Understand? Yeah, at 40, 45 is a man career taking off. He's at his highest value and you don't have to be in no impeccable shape at all. You don't have to be in the best shape of your life either. What's up, Angela? You understand? So he says to himself, oh, what craziness is this? Nah, me ain't staying. You see, the problem is, ladies, the other problem is, or the bigger problem is with that child thing is that in most cases, the man that you are trying to get to attract after you have a child is of a higher value than the man that you had the child with when you were in your peak or you were in your prime. So what, in other words, you wanted to have let's say a Benz. When you allow a Cortina or 120Y to have you before. So a man now, and I tell you, these guys, men are logical, and as the more you women understand how logical men are, you see, as emotional as you are as women, men are as equally as logical. And the thing is, sometimes we don't actually think it out, but when we talk, it comes out. Logic just rules. This whole emotions just rule most of you. Logic just rules. Analyze, and okay, this happens, and you're not even thinking that this is what actually is happening. But when we actually have a conversation about it, what comes out of it, the mouth of men, you would be like, wow, he's hearing himself saying it for the first time. So you have given a man who is not the epitome of what you want as a lover and husband, your youth. You give him the most precious thing that you can do is make up a child for him. And now you older, the value has dropped both because of age, weight, and you have a child. Because whether you like it or not, the same way that at a younger age on the market, that there's a double standard with you as a woman and what you will get away with, there is a double standard with men at the later stage as well. There is a double standard for both genders. And it's unfair. I get it. But it's all for unfair for so many things that women are able to do and get away with at a younger age. So both parties have it at different points. You understand? So that's why I tell women, when you are a mother, having one is bad, but when you have 2 and 3 is even worse. Because every time you have a child and a man is rating you, it can take off 1 to 2% out of 10 for you. So let's say you're 7 and you have 3 children. You, no matter how you feel, you looking at the girlfriends and then telling you what looking cute on you and whatever. And when you put on the makeup and you're watching inside of the camera and looking at these fancy things, and they stand up with the foot, 1 foot like a horse and whatever on the beach or whatever, you know your insecurities is there. They see it when they pose and they try to hide it. That man has already dropped 3 points. So if you are 7, he's rating you at a 4. In other words, let me just suppose he rated you as a 5. The probability of him staying with you as a 5 is unlikely. There are men who will stay with you at a 5. The problem is, most of women who are at that point in the career, older with children, more weight, will not date a guy who is at their level. In other words, if you ask a woman, will you marry a man who works at McDonald's? Her response in most cases will be, yes, if he's productive and wants to have more in life and is willing to, we can work together and get to. I'm not asking you that. I'm asking you, that man who works McDonald's, he loves his working at McDonald's. He wants to stay working at McDonald's. He ain't changing from McDonald's. You see, most women will not want to accept that. A man who works at McDonald's and making minimum wage is beneath them. They think that their value is worth more than the man who's working McDonald's. But the truth of the matter is, when you analyze his ability to be successful and his value based on his employment level, and you base yours based on your age, your children, your weight gain, you both are comparable. But she does not and will not see that they are both comparable. She wants a man who wants to be progressive and move on and we'll build the empire together. He wants to stay in McDonald's. So one of the reasons women find themselves in the position they're in is because they're trying to hang the hat where the hand can't reach. Okay? The table does turn fast, Al, and the time lasts long because a man can date young looking attractive women from as early as 35, but let's just say 40 solidly, straight up to 65 if he takes care of his body. A 65-year-old man can date a 25-year-old woman because most times guys who take care of themselves highly at that age is highly successful as well. And you've seen it. You've seen it everywhere. And you women find them attractive too. You women say, oh, grandpa hot, whatever. Tables being turned is unlikely. You understand? So that's the first one. Children. I already hit on the second one, which is age. Children and age, that combination is what is deadly. Let me tell you something. The biggest mistake that is prevalent in black people especially, not necessarily in Indians and not in almost any other ethnic group. That's why the only ethnic group that is under 50% when it comes to marriage is black. In every other ethnic group, their marriage rate is at 51 and up percent. In other words, only 1 in 4 black women in this world gets married. 1 in 4. Right? And the divorce rate for black women is about 60%. So you're talking about 10% of black women actually stay married. I shouldn't say get married. Only in the black. And the reason is, when it comes to black women, or I should say mainly, their parents tell them go to school. Man will always be there, get an education. Lies. It's the most damaging thing that you can tell a woman as a father or mother. And the problem is, most of the women who are giving the advice to you about go to school, get your education, man will always be there, whatever, are married and don't have the education that they're sending you to go and get. You women know it. You have had those scenarios. You have interacted with those women. You have heard them tell you that. Think back and see. Weren't they married? Weren't they married when they were telling you that? So now it is you have a child where you have given the man who no longer is with you, and us men see it as who have rejected you. So you have given that guy the best of you. You have given him the most precious thing, a child. And now you want to find the ideal man for you, which is of a higher value when you're older, have a child already, and gain weight and your body has made changes. The minute you have got to that point, you have to analyze and be logical and tell yourself your probability has changed. You just have to. And the problem is, even as I say it right now, most women will not accept that. They will still go there and try to find and spend 1 year, 2 year, 3 year. As June reached, guys, this year is done. You're 2 years older since COVID. No new man and no new relationship. Eggs dropping every 28 days. That's just the reality. At what point will you be logical and say, hey, do you know how many men have come your way and you feel that they're beneath you? Then I'm a type, me like here, I'm not talking to you. And so you're going. Situations coming in front of your face and you rejecting it as if you have the what? The ability to reject it at this stage. You can't, you shouldn't. As you come to the point of anywhere between 28 years old, 25 to 28 years old, you are already going into that danger zone and in trouble. And I'm not the one who said, when you go to the hospitals at the age of 35, what do they call the pregnancy that is probable at 35? It's not geriatric. So forget Rennie saying it. The doctors tell you. So if the doctors are telling 35, what do you think us as men are looking at? What do you think we're saying? And in case you don't know, we can tell your fertility level without having sex with you. Thanks, Angela. We can tell your fertility level. We can tell when those eggs are drying up, guys. You can tell when a woman is fertile. Ask any man, he will be able to tell you. You can smell it, you can feel it. I don't know if you have seen Troy. One of the things Brad Pitt did is with a girl who was a virgin is he walked up to her and smelled her hair. We used to be able to do that. That's how much virginity is. The value of it, and we could have smelt it coming out of a woman long time. We have lost the ability to do that, but you could have smelt it through her hair, through her sweat. And so today's world, women have the view that they can have as much sex as men. So when a man asks how much partners you have with, women want to ask back the same question. It's not the same. Because every time you have gone with a man and have sex with a man, you are more damaged. You're left with more baggage because you love to hold on to stuff. That's why your kidneys are larger than men's kidneys. So you love to hold on to stuff. So every time you have a relationship with a man and it's over, you become more crazy, more damaged. You're more emotional because he stays in you. Your DNA coding has changed. Every single time because you're a receiver. There's some spiritual elements I can go down and pass. I can go down in spirituality to bring it out. You are a receiver. So every single time, stays right there. So you're more and more crazy. You think you want to... I'm so white women can't be attracted to somebody and sleep with him. No. You're crazy. That's why men ask the question and want to know how much people live with. One of the worst things can happen to you as a woman, whether you are slept with a lot of men or not, is to go out somewhere with your man and men all over the place know you. Hey, what's up, Angela? Hey, Angela. And every minute you want to hug somebody, kiss somebody, hug somebody when you're out. Your value is dropping every time that happens. Because how many men you think all women can just walk up to Beyonce and kiss her? So your value is what? The more you are able to interact with men when you go out, you feel no men. Most of my friends are male and whatever, you feel that is good. When you date a man, he watches your interaction with other men. And if other men have easy access to you, your value is dropped. This is why so many women pretend their value is high when they're trying not to talk to men easily and cut style and whatever. But the problem is, most women who are actually high value don't have a high body count with men, don't have a lot of men as friends, but at the same time is not a difficult woman to get to. They will be drop dead gorgeous, vibrant, and they will stop and talk to you normal and laugh and be cool with no amount of nonsense and attitude. That's when you know a true woman who is high value, is pretty, is sexy, inside and out. So once you meet a woman who's pretty and she's have attitude, you should already know as a man, we already analyze low value. You just pretty on the outside, but you're not going to worth much. This is the reality of the scenario, guys. Now, number 3 is, and I'm going to just speed it up because it's 12 and I have an extra entity. Now you need to cover 2. So we know number 3. You wasted time. You dated a man, you know it wasn't going anywhere. You're trying to play Mrs. Fix-It. You know you have issues. You want to go therapy, you want to do this, whatever. You wasting time. You waste time 2 ways. You're in a relationship with a man and it's not going anywhere. Let me give you an example. If a man is dating you in a relationship and a year passed and he has not proposed to you, leave. You shouldn't be with no man 1, 2, 3, 4 years. I know what I'm telling you about because I can tell you of scenarios where I've dated women and in 6 months, 9 months, I was already talking marriage with them. If that man is not talking marriage with you after a year, leave. You don't have time to spend 3 years of your life with him. I'm sorry, you don't. You understand? You don't have that ability to do that. You're not Mrs. Fix-It. That guy is not ready for a relationship. He's not ready for marriage. He's not a husband. What you doing there? And then most of all, you give him a child too. Somehow women think that giving a man a child is somehow have more value than marriage. So you give him a child, you think, because I know you women think you'll keep him with it. He ain't staying because you have a child. In fact, he would leave faster. Because he knows your value drop. Go there and get next man, and that's his attitude. Well, Karen, that's my second point is, you may be worthless. Not just to him, to any man. In other words, you may be trying to get married, but you are not a wife. The Bible doesn't say a man who finds it a woman to marry. It says a man who finds it a wife. And I have not interacted with a wife in ages. Women want to get married, but most aren't wife. Most aren't wives. So men make women wives, but they aren't wives. In other words, most people who are married today, that's why they have so much divorce, God didn't bring you together. So when you go in front of the pastor and who God put together, most men, but God didn't bring all it together. You just liked him, he liked you, sex is what ruling there. Nothing but, because marriage is a business deal. Me, no way people feel it's about sex and happiness. It's not. So you don't have that time to waste. And just like most men, but the problem is most men don't have to have any significance because women are the ones who's about relationship. A man's happiness and comes from his focus on his status and his purpose, not marriage or relationship. That's a woman. Most women, if you remove sex outside of the relationship, are worthless. There's nothing more comes. Can't cook to save your life to understand like how you could make your man go and buy lunch. You're too tired to cook. Do you understand what cooking does in a man? It actually etches you in to him. One day, maybe you and I will have a conversation about that abuse, Lily. Because I'll tell you this, maybe you were abused, but a man ain't crazy. He ain't just abusing you just so he's not going to be sleeping. Wake up. Hey, I tell you, and try to hit you. That is not happening. So okay, maybe you're abused, But I'm sure I'll be able to show you how you abused him too. You see, we just don't see it because we think abuse is just physical most times when we're talking. But I guarantee you, I'll show you many scenarios where both parties are to blame for what happened there. So I hear you, but trust me, I've been through it long enough. I've seen it, I've experienced it, I've interacted with it, I've read about it. There is no way a relationship ends at no point in time where both parties aren't responsible. Let me just say that and done. So a lot of people think that they are not responsible. I'm telling you, both parties are. Some women think giving a man a child and the man will stay. Exactly, Angela. Foolish. Those women are. Alright? So you wasted time. You don't listen. The minute you reach 25, you're supposed to get worried. When you reach 30, oh my, because 40 is coming. And every year that reaches December, when you see December come and you see Christmas come and Santa Claus and come into town and what you want for Christmas, you're supposed to get depressed because every year that means another year is meet up on you. And in society, it takes about 2 years for a person to get married. Shouldn't, but that's about the estimated time. So let's just say you happen to meet a guy today. Most cases, he's not. Alright? Most cases, I'm happy that you agree, Lily. So in most cases, he is not the ideal guy. You have to go through about 2, 3. Most of you have met the guy that you're supposed to marry already, but you want more. I long. And I don't know how much opportunities women think that they will be able to get. And there are many people like Lily, for example, who have been married already and have 2 or 3 children, one died. There's a high probability that may be it. Could she find another man and get married? Of course. But when you go and you look at the reality of scenarios, when you go and look at it, I can't really see Lily's photo, but if I'm done here and I go and check it, let's see if you had to rate yourself, Lily, as in shape, how out of 10, what would you say? So you're older, you have children. Is your body in the best physical condition? Because something gives. You're losing something based on time and stuff. What are you doing to bring back, to maintain? It's like sometimes you put too much salt in a pot and then you decide, okay, I'm gonna put some sugar or some ketchup to kind of to cut the salt. What most people just think that, okay, this is what women say. Well, he don't love me as I is because he's baby fat and because I make his children. Me and ask if it's Jimmy, Lily. I ask, it takes 3 months for a woman or a person to really show significant change in their physical structure. I ask you could, in the gym I'm seeing people gymming and looking worse. I've seen people gym and look the exact same for 5 years. So gymming doesn't say anything. So let's move on. It's strange. The next item I've written on here is weight. Most women are overweight. Let me tell you something. I was talking about this other girl recently, and she said to me, if men choose women based on how they look alone, that we shallow. I asked her, do you wear makeup? Yeah, but not much. I say no. Do you wear makeup? Yes. And you shallow too then. How could you say a man is shallow because he wants a woman who is able to reproduce? That's one of the criteria. You must be able to reproduce. You must be able to be submissive. And you must be able to cooperate. And you must be able to communicate. That's what a man wants. So if a man wants that from a woman, today's women want more from men than they wanted in the 60s. So how is it that men are shallow? You want a man who works a proper job and is productive, but that's your criteria. We don't tell you you're shallow when you want that. But you find men shallow because we want a person in great shape. So most women, the issue with that is, and it happens a lot of times when women have babies, your physical is not up to par. If you rank your physical fitness, forget face, because most women faces are average anyway. Or men. Most people are average. More than 80% of people are actually average. And that's what we have to understand. Whether it be voice, face, height, whatever it is, 80%, that 80-20 rule is serious, guys. It exists. Alright? So, are you taking care of your body? Because if I am 5'2", 5'5" as a woman, I already have a disadvantage because I don't have height. Because 5'6" is the average height of a woman. 5'5", 5'6". If you're average height, your body should be banging. Because that's how you're going to get out of that average group. A man sees you, she's short, but oh, she body on fire. How it is the women are 5'5" and their waist is 45 and 50. Oh, that's crazy. Literally look like a tub. Or barrel. Literally, you can't find where the waist is. Like the video I posted recently with the girl who says she's confident because and she loves snacks. It's like she whole body is just turning on a spindle. I can't tell where she front, the side, the waist is nothing. I'm surprised she was able to get a jeans to fit her. Confident, you're not confident. Because the minute she come around, a man like me and look at me, she already know what's going to come out of my mouth when she watch me watch her. You can never be confident interacting with a guy like me. I'm telling you that. I already to cancel you out one time. As you open your mouth and play, be confident. In fact, if you even attempt to think you could date me, I want to cut you out. I'm waiting, set. Because I find too often people are disrespectful. Not willing to put in the work. Not willing to do what it takes. But think that they are equipped. Because are you women telling other women, you look cute. You're fat like a tub. Circle like if he's Humpty Dumpty. But the outfit cute. What cute about the outfit? You can't even see the shape or the cut of the outfit. What cute? Well, the pattern on it cute. Well, the pattern on the outfit cute. Say that. Don't say the outfit cute. So, women type me, oh my God, Danica, yes, you didn't know. That's how I think. Okay. Comfortable. Again, it comes back down to being average. There's some women who can afford to be comfortable and some women who cannot afford to be comfortable. There are women who, a man meet you have on false nails, false eyelashes, false hair or weave, makeup, waistband or waist trainer, what they call it, waist body shaper and all these things. And then after about a month, you walk around. Okay, Karen. After about a month, you're walking around your house, you hear out or you have on one of these bonnets, these pot cover nonsense. You're in a bedroom slippers going on shagornas. You're showing all the lumps on your legs because you're wearing a short pants. You're wearing the waist trainer again or your body shape again, so your belly past your breast. You name it. Your hair rancid. This is what happens with women. Quick. Get comfortable. You're cooking for him, you're making breakfast for him, or whatever, you stop. The sex was good, you used to do X, Y, and Z, you stop doing it, you ain't feeling to do it tonight, you're tired. Men reject women for that. I'm telling you guys, there are guys on this live. Trust what I'm telling you, men reject women for those things. You get comfortable too quick. And you don't have the ability to do that. If a woman is body's in ripping form and she's drop dead gorgeous, she can do that easily because nothing changes. Because the fact is, most times too, when he met her, she was not trying to cover up anything. So the fact that women tend to get comfortable too quick in relationships where you should, listen, as a woman, you should never get comfortable in a relationship with a husband. A relationship is not about men. A relationship is not about men. Okay, Christy, what's up, Kareem? It's about women. You keep that flicking body in ripping form all the time. I'm telling you, because there are women outside there who, the older that guy gets with you, even if you put on 10 pounds, put on 10 pounds, 20 pounds, there are women out there because of his success level, his car's changing. There are women out there who are younger and fitter, waiting for you to slip. And you ain't cooking today? Well, you used to cook all the time, eh? I ain't finna cook this morning. Buy something now. Somebody in work waiting to bring food. They ain't going to eat it now. You don't have a clue how women damage themselves because they get comfortable, because they feel that their value is equal to a man. Let me tell you guys something, eh? The worst thing a woman could do, and you all don't like it. The worst thing a woman can do is to think that she is the prize in a relationship. And I'm going to let that sink in. Exactly, Kareem. The worst thing a woman can do is to think that she is the prize in a relationship. It's a false message that you're sending to yourself. Because the minute that that man divorces you, let me tell you guys something. When a man and a woman divorce, for a woman is equivalent to losing a child. She's scarred for life. Because part of her is being ripped away. A man is an independent creature. A woman is an interdependent creature. She absorbs that man. She's a taker. She's built to receive. That's why, as I always say, almost in every life, you do not hear a man saying, I'm an independent man. Women say that nonsense. No woman is independent. If there are no men on this earth, you women will die. I kid you not. Go and look at the research. It's all over. They have tested the theories. They have put women alone and men alone where women had no men around them. And everything was chaotic. Between them fighting amongst themselves, they didn't have the manpower to lift certain things. They didn't have the wherewithal. The most dangerous jobs they couldn't do. They weren't able to protect the country from war. You just name it. You will die without men. You are not the prize. The issue is that this society has made you think that being weaker is a weakness. You will put it to balance men. It's not a weakness. Your strength is in you being weaker and softer. So now women are trying to compete with men and fall outside of their realm. You are not the prize. If you're in a relationship and you don't understand that you are not the prize, go and look at, you think Michelle Obama walking around thinking she's the prize? You have ever heard her in an interview when she's talking about her husband? Look at Beyonce. There are women. Let me tell you guys something. There are women outside there whose value is way superior than the average woman walking about the place here. And if you see how those women operate, and these women who are on the road here, who done past the prime, and they think that they behaving as if them is Beyonce. You see how Beyonce is being a basketball game with Jay-Z? You ever see she load him up and get on unless there's a fight for some stupidness? Generally, I'm talking about. If you forget the one-off scenario, if we still don't know what happened, do you know? Do you see it? Have you seen them out? You see how she stops and waits for her door to open, sits, thank you, comes out. She waits for her man. You see how she behaves as a woman? You see how proud he's to be able to operate with a woman who operating like that? No man wants to be with the next man. Well, I mean a straight man. So, she gets comfortable too fast. And as I say that, let's go to masculinity. Because this is where it comes in where women think they're strong. Let me tell you guys, I said it before. Anytime a woman is telling you that she can empower you, or you're going to an empowerment group, or come to an empowerment seminar, I'm telling you, no woman has the ability to empower another woman. She wasn't given that gift. Women are receivers. A woman cannot empower another woman. Go and look at the meaning of empower. The only thing a woman can do with another woman is encourage and support. That's it. Only a man can activate within a woman what is necessary for her to activate, to be empowered, to do what she needs to do. It could only happen with a man, because she is about relationships. It's in the Bible as well. This is scripture. It's all over. Only a man can bring out what a woman's true value is. This is why I have a problem when women say, I'm not his mother. She's any woman. And if any of you have said that, I am able to tell you guys tonight, you're a fool. You're foolish. Because when it comes out of your mouth, your vibration and your energy gives it. You're losing your husband because you're thinking that. When you get married, you become your husband's mother. I know pastors don't tell you that, do they? They don't tell you that, do they? When you get married, your husband becomes your father. I'm sure you could see that one though. I'm sure you understand that one very easy. So why you don't think this happens the next way around? I'm not his mother. You have a mother, he's a big man. Really? Really? Why you think I posted the image the other day showing you that the woman who is supposed to be in the front seat, why you think the wife now has the front seat over the mother? The mother becomes secondary. Your husband becomes your father. That's why you leave your father's home and go in your husband's home. I'm not talking about who buy the house. Whether you buy the house and he move in the house that you buy, it's his home, not yours. You just own it. The home is his. In other words, the tone and the energy and the rules in that house is his. And if you feel that because you own the property, that you can't understand who owns and manages and leads the home, you're in trouble. Another problem with women. So you are a nurturer. Your nurturing is not to your house and children, it's for everything. Your plants, car, house, children, husband, you name it, dogs. You're a nurturer. That's how you become his mother. Why do you think that wives and mother-in-laws have issues so often? You hardly hear husbands and father-in-law having issues. Why do you think wives and mothers have issues? Because the mother knows subconsciously and from a spiritual level that you have taken away her rights and ability to mother him. He no longer has a mother when he marries you. If he were to act, if a husband is to act like he has a mother before he met you, if he's to act like he was acting before he married you or met you, with like how he used to be with his mother, you would leave him. You would say he's a mommy's boy. Listen to how crazy this world has gotten people. You would say that. So if you call him a mommy's boy because he's up under his mother, you would call him that and he would leave. This is why men don't behave like with the mother when they get married, because the wife takes the role. So it means that you have to take over in great part what she used to do. Most people are not married, ready for marriage, you know. You don't have a clue what it's about, you know. And most of you women just born and grow up and get big and feel that you're supposed to be married and get married. I interact with you guys every single day and get information. If you all never knew that, you know it now. I get information all day, all the time long. So when I sit down here, I'm not talking on a soapbox and just saying things because I want somebody to talk to and be. No, I'm telling you, I'm just here to tell you the raw truth. And I know some of the people who came on and hear what I'm saying would have left because they can't stand to sit down and really listen to this because they know the truth and it will burn them and they will listen. And anybody who hears some of the things I'm saying here tonight and have a problem being single and they leave, trust me, it never leaves you because when 5 years come and you're still single, what I'm saying resonates in your mind. That's why you leave. It hits you so hard. I know about that. Trust me, I have friends who have told me some stuff and they don't know that I remember. If I tell them, you remember when you told me, they would say, no, but okay. Sometimes things never leaves you. It always plays in your mind when it hits you like a brick. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. The reason most women will not get married is because they are too lazy. Let me give you guys an example. I remember a day I reached in a car park in a former gym of mine. And I sat down, I just bought a brand new Prado. I sat down in the Prado and I was like, taking a tea, you never see me. And then I see this girl come from nowhere. I didn't know where she come from. If you see this girl, I was like, what the hell is this? She's walking in some heels and a nice pencil skirt and stuff. Number 5 was masculinity. So far I've been through, you have a child, age, wasted time, weight, masculinity, comfortable, and now I'm talking about lazy. So, I say, my God, and I'm not lying, guys. Sometimes a man sees a woman and meets a woman and he can, if he's a player, I said this before, the men who are on this list can tell you guys as well. Guys, if any of you have ever had this experience, confirm it for me. A man can be a player outside there just playing the game and he meets a woman and he shuts down his engines immediately. That's when you know you meet a wife. This is how most women aren't wives. Everybody thinks that they are wives. If I were to ask most of the women who are looking at this right now, are you a wife? You'll see what they'll say. And if I ask them, explain it to me, they can't. They don't know. Because if you're a wife, you know. And I see this woman, and I sit down there, I say, God, if it's your will, went in the gym, talk to the girl, started to date the girl. I remember after that I was walking down the middle of the girl and she's walking and men in some truck passing. He said, oh God, brother, you're lucky. I already know what I mean because I know that is what catch me too. You guys know that this girl, and by the way, over the years, I got in better shape. You know this girl stopped gym? When we broke up, this girl was about 25 pounds lighter. So your man is a guy who's trained people. A master trainer in a gym. He could train anybody to get anything. And when I tell you what you're not training, I tell you about the gym, you're getting vexed. Remember I told you about women who get vexed when their husband tell them about the gym. And your man telling you about going to the gym, before you get any emotions, understand that the only reason he's telling you about going to the gym is because he's still attracted to you. When he don't tell you and he stop, that's when it's done. He don't care, it's a wrap. It's when a man telling you, go to the gym, we are men, so we are just raw. We just say, hey, Jim, your man is not the person for you to feel insecure with when you tell Jim. Your job's supposed to be here, boy. Like we don't snap back. Make a joke about it. Get out of your feelings. I go in and snap back. Spank your bottom and watch him. See, you'll beg for this just now. Watch and see. He would laugh, soften it up. Don't get any feelings. The girl lose about 25 pounds. That bottom, now she still have shape right now. But in comparison to what was there before and the way it used to bounce and look, the attraction went. I can safely say that significantly contributed to the ending of the relationship. Because I'm telling you guys, if I'm with you and no other man want you, then why am I with you? I'm telling you guys straight, If I am with you and nobody else and running you down to try and get you, why with you again? What's so good about you? If nobody want you, why I want you? Being with a high value man, the higher man or let's seeking, because most women want some men who when they get it. Being with a high value man is a job, Being with a man who most women want, it's a job. You have to be on your game, You have to be the kind of person that loves being on your game. Not gets affected by having to be on the game or insecure. Because I know some girls, I don't think I've seen any of them online tonight, but I know some girls who I interact with. Their husband will never, ever, ever have to tell them about diet, fitness, and gym. They don't play, They're the kind of girls that you'll go in a gym and you'll see doing pull-ups, When most of you, I wish I could do that 1 year ago. I hope I could do that 2 years ago. That's what I want to be able to do. 3 years gone. Them doing it every day normal. Walk in the park. 3 years gone and you can do a pull-up on your own here to 10 pull-ups on your own. I have an injured shoulder and I can do 20 pull-ups. Lazy. And laziness I mean also in sex. You meet the man. Oral sex down the road. 3 months pass. Nothing. You meet the man. You performing like a stallion in the bedroom. Nothing. You're cooking all the time. Cooking done. Some women are lazy. And they get comfortable and they start to pour on a certain weight with their laziness. 1 pound, 2 pound, 5 pound, 10 pound. He don't love me so well. Okay. Religion. I dated a superb woman. Until the day she said, I want you to come to church with me. You have to be careful what you ask for, ladies. Sometimes when you're with somebody, you never believe that person is what they say they are. Whenever I've gone to churches, I was telling a friend of mine today, almost every time the person who is preaching or somebody elder there comes to me and says something like, elder, pastor, you study theology, they can almost feel my energy. It happens almost every time. You can see it, you can feel it. You want you to watch me, because the way I watch them when they're preaching, they know I'm scrutinizing what they're saying. Let me tell you how they know. I am a defender of the Bible. Most people don't know that, right? I am not the kind that goes around talking about first book Acts, chapter 13, verse 15 says. I'm not that guy. But when you're talking stuff, I can say Bible doesn't tell you that. Nope, it says. Right? So, when a person is scrutinizing what you're saying as a preacher, they look at you in your eyes when you're talking, and I look at them. Because the minute they say something that the Bible don't say, I am the guy, and you all can see it, I'm sure, will stand up in that church and say, hold up, brother. Because I did it to a pastor in a Bible study. He said at night, Well, even God has put relationships together that sometimes doesn't last. As he came out of his mouth, I said, stop, pause, show us, I think, in the Bible, show me where that in the Bible, please. He said, well, it's not in the Bible. I can't find any scripture to support it. But I said, but nothing. I said, because you can't find it in the Bible, it doesn't exist. Do not do that in this Bible study. Long story short, Bible study was over. Never call him again. So, religion is something, I am not under any religion. The minute a girl comes and tells me I am she's already X'd off in my book. I'm a Adventist, I'm a Roman Catholic, I am, really? You will be alone if it's me dating. Because the minute you say that you are belonging to any denomination, it means that you're already segmented and you are not operating in the fullness of what the word says. Anytime your allegiance is to a church. So she asked me to go to her church. I had no issue, guys, I'm being honest. I said, no problem. The only thing I want to know is, why do you want me to come to your church? She said, well, the elders, I say, well, hear what? I'll come to your church on one condition. You tell me why you believe what you believe about that church, and I will come. I don't want you to tell me, come and the elders going to explain. No. Because I had to lead this union, and I am your spiritual leader. You explain that to me. And if you can't explain to me, I can explain to you why I believe, and I can show you in scripture. Long story short, she could not give up the autonomy of having to be able to make her own decision on scripture. She couldn't give it up. And the relationship ended because she chose, and it wasn't a denomination, she wasn't in a one of those religions that is a denomination. She was just a group of guys who's having church, which I'm okay with. But when I asked her, firstly, what day? She said Sunday. I said, okay. I have gone to church on a Sunday before, and I will go again on a Sunday. When I ask you why on a Sunday though, the Bible doesn't tell you Sunday is the day to worship. It doesn't. Why on a Sunday? She couldn't tell me. Couldn't point it out. You see? I know I just said talk about Sunday. And I'm not an Adventist. I'm just a believer of the Bible. So, but most people go on a Sunday. You can't tell me why. So, religion can be a serious deal breaker. Career. Women who decide to go and follow a career and be busy, and then try to get in a relationship at the age of 30-something. Problems. If you, listen, this is why long time, and even in today's world, the white women or Indian women are generally married 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Black women tell themselves, I need to sample and see what let me go and party a little bit. I ain't ready to settle down yet. It's too young. I need to see how much, what the men, different size of penis the men have to offer and whatever. That is what they tell themselves. Let me be honest, guys. That's what happens. You ain't getting married at 22. You find that's too young to get tied down. You gotta take about 3 more dick before you get tied down. And we know all the secretive. So if you say it's 3 you get about 6. I did a girl who tell me she only had 8 or 7 part. I say okay. Oil 2. It reached 15. I say good. So you're talking about 25, 30. What the? I say, you could say all you want. Women lie more than men. So you can say all you want, and women are more secretive than men. So I'm not believing anything you say. I'm using that number for my safety. And no woman in this life who's looking at me can deny that women don't lie more than men. A man will be in a hotel having sex with a woman, and his wife call him, he dare not answer that phone during that. He dare not answer. He would lie and say, I was this or that, whatever. Women are so devious, they will pick up that phone while the man is still inside of them and talk. Talk at the same time. So, and I'm not telling you about what I hear. Okay? I've experienced it. I've seen it. Good. She's a taker. I remember dating this girl. And she's just a taker. You're already built to receive as a receiver. But there are some women, this girl would have had sex anytime I say let's have sex. I would have had to be the one to initiate it. I remember a day she said, and I was doing this on purpose, and she said, how come you don't kiss me no more? I raised my head up and I said, how come you don't kiss me no more? And it hit her then. Because for some reason she was at the view of, for a kiss to happen, I had to kiss her. If hands had a hole, I had to hold her. I remember it hit me like a ton of brick in the morning. I said, how come you don't touch me? And that's when I realized she was a taker. Because if I walked up and touched her, she would be aroused. She won't touch me. So, and I ain't ripping for my lean out because I was supposed to go to a competition. And I'm like, hold on. You attracted to me? She caused me to ask some insecure questions like, so how come? I don't understand it. I've been way much more authorship and I've seen some women react to me. She could, that's just how she is. She's a taker. So, the point I'm making is, you have to be very careful. And it happens even in the bedroom. You lie down on the missionary position more. You like to be underneath and just take. You go on top. Some women are lazy in the bedroom. They're not going on top at all. I ain't going on top. Nope. Too much work. Knees hurting. All kind of thing. Just lie down and take. It hurts women. I know I'm being direct, but I'm telling you guys, it hurts you women because there are some women outside there. I'm telling you guys, will do the helicopter on top of a flicking man. You understand? They'll go on the hands and stand up and do the spinning. And you just want to lie down like a couple frog on your back, that dead, that can't roll over. Nah. If you all know what outside is, some of you women, because some of you women are what's outside there. Is the other things on the list that hurting you guys. But if some of you who decent know what about it, know what men had to deal with outside there. You what, Christine? You used to be spinning a helicopter? Let me know, since you want to say, you want to talk about you. I'm telling you guys, I've seen it all. If you know anything about me, I have seen it all. So I am not talking. I have dealt with every group of women. You see, everything I've written here, I didn't take it from no book. It came from my experience and I'm talking from it. You understand? I've seen women do some helicopter, literally. North to south, east to west, northeast, southwest. If you see antics. You understand? All kind of reverse, lay back or gale thing, and you just want to lie down like a bullfrog on the back and puff up? Nah. And be silent because you don't want to make noise, you want to be quiet? Nah. You kidding me, man? If at any point in time a woman's supposed to get on like if she's a dirty little slut, is when you're with your flicking husband. You can't play pretending to be no decent, nice, little, cute, innocent girl. Are you mad? Are you mad? When some woman, as soon as the man now enter, bawling like somebody, oh God! They'll kill me, I go dead. Well, then go ahead and get tired up. Anyhow, let me stop playing and go on to the next one. She is not a wife. Some women, in most cases, don't get married because you're not a wife. Point blank. You're not a wife. You're trying to go around a man who's a husband. You are not a wife. So he will not choose you ever because you're not a wife or the wife for him, at the very least. Okay? That's self-explanatory. A wife acts a particular way and has a certain type of behavior and has no problem doing some stuff. Like if you read scripture and your wives have spoken to husbands, some of you are thinking that you are queens, but treat your men like a peasant. If you are a queen, then how is it that you have a problem calling your husband Lord? There are people who are on this live here right now and married. If you hear them speak as husband and wives, you'll be like, what? Seriously, they are like, the woman is so submissive, and it's not about, yes, baby. It's like, I was talking to a girlfriend of mine the other day. I actually hooked her up with her husband. And I think they are married at least 13 years now. 12, 13 years now. And he called her from, not knowing she was on the phone talking to me, and he called her, and her response was, yes, baby. I'm like, he still get that? She said, I mean, I'm a husband, I'm a babe. I said, well done. I think it's the man. I don't know in what context you're talking about the definition of wife. Okay, I see. I feel you. I understand what you're saying, Kareem. Yeah, so she said, babe, and I'm like, he still get babe? She said, I'm a babe. What do you mean? Come in, baby. If you hear the voice, she's talking to me in a normal mid-tone, but he got maybe the one underneath to the one underneath. You know, women have 5 tones, he's talking. Come in, baby. And she said, okay, and well, she'll go. She come in. You understand? And left. I'm talking about over a decade of marriage. Some of you can't even, don't even know when, have people who married and don't know when last they kiss the wife. Like how many women is, relationship is about you. How many of you women is walk up to your husband and plant a kiss in him and say, you look for that. I mean, this is so much fun it could be, you know. Like you're dating him out of the blue. Come and you grab him and you suck his tongue and you say, you look for that. He'd be like, what do you mean? You're so fine. Women, do you know how easy it is for you to keep a man? You know, easy. Men have not changed, you know. Go in scripture and you'll see. Men have not changed. You know, easy it is to keep a man? It's like, easy. Once you catch him and he marry you, it's a wrap. I'm telling you, it's a wrap. If you know what you're doing, you could tell him and all. This is what you're going to do. And he can't. You have superpowers as women. He cannot do anything about these superpowers. You are enchanter. You haven't seen these belly dancers. A woman, you are enchanters. You are like them cobra dancing with the tune. Men cannot do anything when you put on your superpower. He can't leave. He can't. He's hooked. It's a woman who could tell you he can't go nowhere, he hooked. And the man will admit. Reginald, look at that, telling you, it's so easy. I don't know how you having problem with men. The only reason you're having problem with men is because you're selfish. Most of you are selfish. It's real simple. You call a man who coming home, babe, hear me? Listen to what I'm talking, eh? I want to cook something because I want to honor you today. Tell me where you want to eat. I'm listening. You call it. Listen, if you don't even cook for that man when he come home, do you know what you have just done to that man and his psyche? You telling him your man, he's your king, eh? You're a queen, you're your king. I want to honor you. He thinking in mind like, what she talk? Why you want to honor me for, baby? Because you are my man. Do you know what you're doing there? Listen, sometimes that man reach home and he go say, no cook, maybe go to dinner. He decided to honor you because you wanted to honor him. It's real simple, ladies. Like what are you talking about? This is why. This is why on Sunday I am launching the talk shop that I'm having at the end of this month, where I'm only bringing in 10 women, and I'm choosing the 10 women. Don't feel everybody going to come in, because I don't want nobody who can't talk, who can't open up, who can't be normal. Only 10 people on a Zoom. And we're going to bring it down and we're going to actually have this conversation. And people say, I don't like women. If you hear much talk I talking about two women, how could I not? I just want women to understand how simple this thing is. I have a friend. Super sexy body. Highly accomplished. No man coming. Why? Who? Vibrations are off. No polarity. A man sees she's sexy, but when it comes to the essence of being able to send vibration to keep a man and get a man, doesn't have it. After the sex happens and the man has sex 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times, he's not staying because her energy is off. She can't really, it comes across fake and unauthentic. And she's trying, but it's off because she's not genuine. It doesn't come across like, if you ever consider with her, it's like, it gets boring. It's like, she don't have time for this and that, and this, and men not, I can't explain to you how pretty and sexy this woman is and nothing coming. I've seen some women who are overweight. I'm talking about overweight by about 40, 50 pounds. No physical shape and overweight and married and them men ain't going away. And the man that the weight real hot. All they have seen it. Tell me all they ain't seen it now. They are wives. That's why they could get that man. That's why they can keep that man and that way he ain't going nowhere. They overweight, they older, they don't have no huge sex appeal, they are not the most gorgeous women in the world, and they have husband, and real hot husband too, and he ain't going nowhere. But all you who do have those issues struggling to get a man, fine, let's just keep him. You know why? They understand wife. They know what it means and what it takes. And all you have seen those women are talking about? Fear and insecurity. Number 12 is why most women who have ended relationships, they fighting to go back into another relationship because they are not able to learn from the past, because women are not able to say, hey, you know what? Maybe I'm the problem here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 19 different men you date. 3 engagement, no marriage. And you will not analyze and say, hold up. Maybe I have the problem. You keep thinking and telling yourself, and your girlfriends too, but he ain't no good. But he don't know what he want. He's a M's. He wasn't really serious. All kind of excuses. But there's some men who are super players and cut it though. I meet a woman, I have a friend of mine who tells she has been super player. Hold up. This is your last opportunity you get right here. End it now or you lose me. Just a rapid. He's still married to she though. Because she has value to be able to make a statement like that to him. Because he knows what she will bring and what to his life. He wasn't willing to risk that. Shut it down. Turn off his engines. Still married today. 3 girl children. Some of you women are insecure. You went through some stuff before. You are partly to blame for it. But you're doing as if it's only he. You weren't ready, weren't equipped, weren't valuable, and you are equally to be blamed. And in most cases, you choose shit. Take your licks. Go and buy some books about being a woman. Go and buy some books about gender intelligence and men. And come back again. You won't do that. You want to stay as if somebody's supposed to owe you something. Or some pelican or something bringing a man for you and dropping it in a diaper cloth. That is what happens with some of you women. It's insecure. So you can't just simply say, you know what? I'm going to do this better next time. And learn. You ask the girls I dated, they'll tell you, I apologized to every one of them for being the man I was. Was I alone responsible for the breakup? No. But who I am today can look back and see that I could have been a better man and maybe I would have been married with one of those women already. And so I apologize for my part because I was able to move and grow and let go. You women can't do that. You're toting because you all are receivers and some of you can't let go and you're not taking time to purge it. And even if you're keeping it, you're not growing from it. You're not using it to learn again, bitter instead of better. So your fear and insecurity. Listen, I know women who want to treat children and after a while, you know what I say? Well, at this stage, it don't think happen. This is what comes out of people's mouth. You understand? This is what comes out of people's mouth. You wouldn't see them say, you know, maybe at 40 I could look my best. And go and do it again and compete in a show and bring out a body that ripping form and change the way. Go and learn about men. I tell you, I kid you not, if you do some of the things I'm telling you here today, your energy changes and your vibration towards that man changes and he sees and feels it. But you wouldn't do that. You rather stay in that fear and watch people and go 99 marriage, wedding, sorry. I watch all that on Instagram and Facebook all the time. All this to go wedding. When is yours? When is your wedding? You're going everybody else. When is yours? Because half of the wedding you went to go and get divorced anyhow just now. You all know some of them who wedding all they went to recently and they get divorced right now. So when is yours though? Because even if you happen to get a man, even if you happen to probably get in a marriage, the probability of it getting divorced is the same 50-50. Don't feel yours is exempted and them one is going to happen to. Because none of the women who get divorced right now assume that they'll be getting divorced. And I know every single one of you here looking at this live tonight know somebody who get divorced or getting divorced, or some of you got divorced. But you rather stay in fear. Female hypogamy too tells you that, you know what? The issues is men, not you. I'm telling you guys, for you women who think that you're worth more, I'm telling you, some of you women, or most of you women, are equally worthless as some of the men or most of the men. There's no better. You understand what I'm telling you? Worthless. And the people who know me, know about me and know the things I do and I'm doing, to ask them the level that I operate on and the things I'm actually doing and trying to do. Do you know what it takes to be a woman who decides to come and be with me as a wife? To stand up with me, you know what it takes. You know what it is. Here now, if God brings this woman in my life, trust me, you know what it takes to really to look the part, to be able to meet the standards that I want as a wife, to be able to support me continuously, to be able to help me to build out my vision, to be able to help me, my salvation be saved, so I won't get too cocky, and I will always put God first, before you and all. You know what it takes? It's not easy, guys, but it could be fun. But most people never reach their full potential because they're too lazy and comfortable. Not me though. Why am I trying to remain average? If you don't try to be your best self, you will be miserable. And if you decide to be your best self, it's going to be extremely difficult. Both sides of the coin is the same pain. Why would you choose the pain that gets you miserable and in pain, and opposed to one that you go through pain and become better? What is the advantage or the benefit of you not giving life your all? Not what you think you're giving it your all. I'm talking to you right now and I'm giving you all of me. When I was in the gym earlier today, anybody who sees me train in a gym can tell you there's nobody you could point trains harder than me in a gym. Nobody I know works harder than me. Can I do better? Is there? Of course there's people who work harder than I am. But I don't know them. Why we can't just go for the be better? Why we can't force ourselves and push to be the best? I am now able to ascertain why when people have it and become successful, that they appear to be different, because the vibration that they operate on and the level their frequencies operating on, guys, the things I'm seeing and doing now, because I've made a decision to just give life my all until today could be my last day. If I die now, I have given all to life with no regrets. But some of you living as if you have all the time to wait for men, you'll get your body in shape next year, you don't have to work so hard now, like you have all the time to waste. 2 years ago, we didn't know COVID would have done this to the society like it done. Look at we now. We don't know what next year going to bring self. You're just in a maze? Nah, man. You can't let fear and insecurity keep you from pushing to be your best. What is the benefit? The last one I'm going to mention is bonus. This bonus is, that's it. You're too unambitious and lazy, and that's the truth. And every time you tell them, they vex more than you because you tell them they're lazy. I hear people talk every day, you're not ready for seriousness. Yesterday I in the gym, and I use up my tissue to see my abs. I always have abs, but I'm waiting to see, okay, is it really showing? It kind of showing, it's showing a little bit. So a guy came and he watched me, he kind of chuckle like, my partner. I watch him and say, what happened? So you're losing it. I say, yeah, what then? $500. Saturday, midday, you and I coming in this gym, taking off your t-shirt. Let me see who has more leaner. I say, what's the problem? If my abs looking in a mess, I am asking you for less than 2 days, and let's come back right here. The same abs you just watching, you laugh at. He said, nah, say what? He don't want to lose his money. He knows. Do you understand how, even when I am off my game, so to speak, then, somebody still wouldn't challenge me because they know that I have the propensity to pull it back in 2 days or less? Like, that's crazy, guys. He wasn't willing to lose $500. That is what I'm talking about. Be so crazy in what you do that people will not challenge what you say. The last one is catfish. The reason a lot of women don't get the relationships or get men to stay with them is because they attempt to catfish men. You don't show your true self. You don't show the man your true qualities and what you actually. I remember being with a girl. I dated a girl. Let me give you an example. I love waist beads. So I remember a time I saw a photo with a girl in a waist bead. I said, her body type is just like the girl I was dating. I said it to her. We just broke up and we was talking like this about 6 months after, so it's done. And I just said it. You know what this girl tell me? We date for 4 years. You know what she said? I have 3 or 4 of those waist beads. I said, how is it possible that I have never seen, in all the beach you went to, all the sex, I have never seen a waist bead on you? She said, well, I didn't know if you'd like it or not, so I didn't bother to wear it. Up to now, I haven't responded. Like that's crazy. So you put them away, you put away 3 waist beads. Why not let me see it on you and tell you? Or why not ask me what I think about them? You put away that. And I'm just giving you that as an example. So it means that she was not being fully who she was. She was hiding elements of her. And it couldn't be that that's the only element of her she was hiding. There must have been others. And the issue is, a lot of women catfish men. I know some women who have dated men and dated men, and the man has never been able to see what the hair condition is, because either have on a wig, in braids, or have on the bonnet thing, and always in makeup. They will take off the makeup when the man is sleeping and put on makeup before the man wakes up. And if the man sleep over, I am not lying to you guys. I've seen it. There are women who men have never really seen what they actually look like under everything. You hear me? There are women who don't like lights on in the room when they're having sex with a man because they don't want the man to see how the body actually look. They will not go and work on it, but they at the same time will not want the man to see how the body really looks, so they take off the light. And the list can go on and on, guys, that women do not. There are some things a man, I dated a girl I was engaged to once, and the person I saw her as, when we broke up and she was with the man she's married now, when they started date, I asked her, how is it that you were not that person with me though? And she said she didn't know I would have appreciated. I said, but when I met you, you were this person now. Why you changed to become that person when this is the person I met and wanted to evolve with? This person that I've seen you now. This person, how she dresses. This person's style. She dumbed down stuff, changed up stuff based on the fact that she thought in other words, she's doing stuff strategically to woo me, not understanding that the reason I am her and her together is because I like her, the natural her, not the one she created. And so a lot of women make the mistake of trying to play smarter than God by changing who they are, and they don't understand that the man forget what he's saying or his actions. He chose you that way. It means he had to like that. And if you're not sure, ask him. So I could think about 3 relationships I have ended because in huge part because the person was not in alignment with what I thought they were. And after it was over, I saw the person that they really were being. And in most cases, the man who gets that, this is something I want women to remember and never forget when they hear Ole open their mouth to say this again. When you leave a man and you're with a next man and you see this next man acting a particular way and treating you a particular way, always remember the man that you have after the one you had before didn't get the woman that you were with the one that broke up. You made an adjustment and you dated up again. So don't let your girlfriend and them ball. Look how she done with Rennie, how she this and how she done, how she that. You changed. You didn't risk going in the next relationship and the man tell you the sex ain't really that good. You went and you will make sure that the sex good. You wouldn't want that man, an ex-man or an ex-man, to done with it for sex. You wouldn't make a man say that you're cooking, you'll go quietly alone to cook. Stop lying and hiding. You have changed, and the man who you're with now isn't getting the person that I had or you were before, because he too would have probably leave you. Let me be real. Show your true self and true value to the man that you're dating and let men see your real self. Stop hiding and trying to catfish men. It always backfires on you, because how long do you hold it up for? When that man gets to see the real you after a while, he will reject you because he feels cheated. Ask the men. We feel like you have lied. Good. Like, share, comment, subscribe. I've said enough. I've taken enough of your time. Thank you, guys. We'll talk soon. Bye for now. By the way, still post for the talk shop I'm going to have with regards to women. It's 4 women, only 10 people, and I may drop it to 8 because I wanted to really be focused on getting people to really be honest and open. And even if you have to cry, but we're gonna really iron out some stuff that some women are carrying for a while and need to address and didn't know and stuff. Everything that you want to discuss, we're going to discuss. Alright, it's going to be the first of many. I'm going to post it on Sunday and launch it. And the first 8 to 10 people, I don't care how much I know you. When it's full, it's full. I'm not bringing in and not having 12 people and stuff for it to be too much and everybody want to talk. You know, you women, just everybody want to talk. Nope. You're going to be small, nice and intimate. It's not a big money thing for me. It's simply to get some understanding about relationships. All right? So like, share, comment, subscribe. Bye for now. We'll talk soon. Thanks, Angela. You enjoy yours as well.